So I know a lot of you can't wait to get started. What I'd love to do right now is to maybe ask some common questions that prospective students have as they enroll.
Okay, sure.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
So the first question is, what if I don't have enough time for this? How much time does it actually take per week?
It takes, if you're going to do it right, I would say it takes about 3 hours.
Me too.
Yeah.
3 to 4, I would say.
3 to 4 hours.
The videos themselves are just a little bit over an hour, and then you want to go back in after you've done your initial work and really clean up that chapter. One of the beautiful things about Lifebook is every Lifebook is different because every person's different. This is an empty system that you fill up with your own content, right? So an artist is going to make their Lifebook more artistic and more visual and more beautiful, whereas someone who's more left-brained is going to look a little bit different. So it really varies person to person, but I'd say 3 to 4 hours a week.
Yeah, and it really depends on how much contemplation time you give yourself, and that is the key. Contemplating these questions, deeply contemplating these questions is where you will find the deepest answers.
That's correct.
Inside. So I would take as much time as you can.
So it's 2 classes a week, and how long is each class? Roughly?
About 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
And so, like Missy said, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So you really want to give it as much as you can. This is you doing work on you.
So you have to tune in twice a week for between 90 minutes to 2 hours for each session.
That's right.
That's like watching 2 movies a week. That's nothing much. Now, for those of you who think you don't have enough time, bullshit. The average person alive who uses social media today, and I know that's a lot of you watching, spends 2 hours a day on social media. So don't tell me you don't have enough time. Now, if you really don't have enough time, because I understand maybe you just had a baby born or something, maybe you're remodeling your house, take time away from your work. Trust me on this. 3 to 4 hours a week is roughly half an hour a day. Take time away from your work. Ask your boss if you can show up half an hour late for work every day. What you will find is that this will actually help you increase your productivity because all forms of distraction will disappear. You will find that within your job, within your career, you will soar, you will elevate because you are no longer operating from the old rules. Every single person who joins my company, and we have around 300 employees, we at all costs send them 4 days into a mountain retreat to do Lifebook. They're doing the seminar version, but we're taking them away from work for 4 days because when they come back into the company, they are fully transformed. You're going to experience the same thing. 3 to 4 hours a week is nothing relative to the benefits you are about to experience. So find whatever else from your life you need to sacrifice for these 6 weeks. Look, even if it's your gym, sacrifice that for 6 weeks because what you will find is that Lifebook will teach you how to get a healthier body for life. And what you will find is that many of the stuff that you're doing in the gym is actually useless. It is just unbelievable how much light and wisdom and clarity you will get from this process. Don't make the mistake of being one of those people who decide to stay locked in a mediocre, boring life because they think they're too busy to invest in themselves. Don't do that. I'm really going to be mad at you because I've seen what this does to people. So time should never be a question. We've already taken away the money objection. Now let's go on to the second big question. How easy is it to apply for the rebate?
It's super easy to get a rebate. All you have to do is do the work. You have to answer the questions in each category. That's all you need to do. And the more you can put into it, like I said earlier, the more contemplative, imagination, dream that you can put into it, the better. But you just have to answer, in order to get your refund, you have to answer the 4 questions in each category.
You got to finish the program. And the reason that's so important to us is because it's not going to do you any good or us any good or the world any good if you start this program and don't finish it. So that's what the whole rebate offer is. And then if you do finish the program, super simple if you want your money back. All you got to do is fill out the form. Couldn't be easier.
And as for how you finish the program, it's just the honor system. If you tell us you did, you did. Right? We trust you with that one. At Mind Valley, we want to make our programs, because we believe the quality of our programs speak for themselves. So we make rebates or refunds super easy. Go to mindvalley.com/refund and all the information is there. You can literally process your own refund. And people do, and that's absolutely fine. And what happens is, even the people who get a refund, their lives change. So if you really can't afford it, give yourself a refund. But we want to make sure this gets into the hands of 1 million people. And what we care about is that you actually do the work and you change your life. The next question, guys, is how do I know if this is for me? Who is this program actually for?
I think it's for anyone that is really wanting to take control of their life. I mean, we have people in our program right now that are in their 80s. and we've had
And down to
teenagers.
teenagers, yeah.
So, and everyone in between. So it's for anyone that really is interested in taking control of their life, or just feeling like their life is theirs and not belonging to someone else, and want to be self-directed.
Exactly. Or even somebody who's interested in just discovering who they are at a deeper level, expanding their consciousness. Lifebook is a super great course to take anytime you're in a transition.
Yes.
You're graduating, you're getting married, you're getting divorced, anytime you're retiring, moving from one area of your life to the next, where you really should be thinking down, what's this next chapter of my life going to be about?
Yeah.
You know, what do I want to create in this next phase of my life? It's a really good...
Especially when you're in one of those transitions, everything's already torn up anyway, or
Right.
things are new and you're getting ready to put some new foundations in. That is a really good time to
for some deep thinking.
deep contemplation.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And the final question is, how is this different from, say, goal-setting programs?
Here are the main things that make Lifebook different. The first thing is the comprehensive nature of the program. Most programs look at one or two areas of your life. Lifebook looks at every important area of your life. We look at the whole pie, not just one or two slices. And that's profound, because as you're working through those 12 categories, there's this stacking effect that happens, where one breakthrough leads to another, leads to another. So that's the first thing.
And you also, when you do that comprehensive approach, you can find the contradictions that you wouldn't have necessarily seen before. Like in one category, it might be undermining another category. And those beliefs can really come to the surface, those disempowering beliefs come to the surface
Right.
when you're doing that deep discovery work.
You'll discover amazing things about yourself in this process. The second thing that makes Lifebook different is how personal it is to you. This program is an empty system that you fill up with your own stuff. In other words, the valuable information that comes from the Lifebook course comes from you, not at you, like every other personal development program. This isn't a guru telling you what you should believe or what you should think or what you should want. This is you thinking for yourself inside of an empty system. So every Lifebook is different because every person is different. The course is absolutely personalized to you. The third thing that makes Lifebook different is that there is a tangible deliverable at the end of this program. Most seminars you go to, most courses you take, you leave with maybe a pad full of notes and some good intentions. With Lifebook, you leave with something tangible. You've just created basically a 100-page book about the person you want to become and the life you want to live, and you've got it, and you can hold it in your hands, and it is amazing.
It's your game plan, it's your business plan,
That's
like Missy was
exactly
saying.
right.
It's your life vision plan.
And then you never stop modifying it. This is a dynamic process. You'll work on it over time, but you've got your first draft, and it's an incredible thing to have.
Amazing.
And then lastly, we have a tracking and measurement system, and this is so incredibly important to make sure that you're making measurable progress to your life vision every week, every month, and every year. Because what happens when you create a plan is, you know that it's going to go sideways as soon as you put it out into the world. Things don't always go according to plan. So you need a way to measure to make sure you're getting closer and not farther away from your goal. So we have our assessment, we have our habit tracker, we have our goal tracker. We have tools that you can use to measure that you're making good progress. And like I said earlier, if you do those things, if you get clear on your life vision, if you align your goals and habits with that life vision, and if you wrap measurement and accountability around it, you cannot fail to make meaningful progress toward the vision that you created for your life.
And of course, what I like to say is that Western goal setting is fundamentally flawed, because you're not setting goals that come from your soul. You're setting goals to fit into a predetermined definition of success from society. Lifebook breaks that mold. So I don't believe in traditional Western goal setting, but I frickin' believe in Lifebook. I want to share one final quote. And this is actually a quote that is shared in the Lifebook program. Do not let your fire go out, sparked by irreplaceable spark. Do not let the hero in your soul perish in lonely frustration for the life you deserved but have never been able to reach. The world you've dreamt of can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. It is yours. Ayn Rand. I really want to emphasize how close you are right now to making so many of the greatest, most beautiful dreams that you've ever had in life come true. You are unlocking that genie from the bottle, and you should be so proud of yourself for completing this masterclass and for committing to Lifebook. We'll see you when we start the class. John, Missy, any closing words?
Thank you so much, Vishen.
Yeah,
Well, it's been a
thank you,
real
Vishen.
pleasure to spend this time with you as always. I'd just like to say that we're so incredibly grateful.
We are incredibly grateful to Mind Valley and to you for helping us bring this to the world. I would just say to you, if you're considering doing this, just do it. You can't lose. Do it for yourself and see what happens.
What happened to Missy and I is because we were able to create an extraordinary life for ourselves, we are now able to help others do that. And that could be your path too. So join us. It's a beautiful thing that we're doing. Our mission is 1 million people with a Lifebook because we think that that's going to change the world, and we'd love to have you by our side.
Right on.